We might be taking a look at the future today because we are going to be rebuilding the Seahawks with Drew Lock. Now, if you've seen one of my rebuilds before, you might know I'm not the biggest Drew Lock fan in the world, but I did love him at Missouri, and if he can keep building on the game he had against the Eagles, there could be genuinely something to work with there. And that's why today, we are going to build this team around him, and we are going to see if we can get the Seahawks a ring by the end of this rebuild. So get a drink, get a snack, get whatever, because this is going to be a fun one. And I'm going to keep this intro short, so if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like. It really helps out the channel, even though it sounds really stupid. And we did very well with the like goal on the last video. I think we hit it within like the first day. I don't know, the last one I uploaded was a few days ago. So let's see if we can get to 1,200 likes on this video. And if we can hit that, I have a semi-realistic rebuild plan that I think y'all would really enjoy. I don't know how to explain it other than semi-realistic, because the starting team is interesting. But yeah, 1,200 likes, and I will do that. And subscribe if you want to be an OG of the channel for when we inevitably hit 10 million subscribers, which big thank you for 25K. I think we're already at 26, but still thank you for 25K. And last thing, just let me know any fun rebuild ideas y'all have down below, because I do most of my videos based off of comments, and if there's anything you ever want to see, just let me know, because I will probably do it. And I'll give you a shout out if you care about that. Which, speaking of that, I almost forgot, but massive shout out to Variety for the suggestion of this about a million times. Their link is in the description, but yeah, if you want to shout out, just let me know any fun rebuild ideas. But without further ado, let's get into this rebuild. And there isn't much to talk about with this team. I mean, this is my favorite team, of course. I rebuild them a decent amount, probably more than any other team. I will say this, though. I feel the need to say this in every Seahawks rebuild. Geno Smith is very overhated. He's a legit good QB, and even like 60% of Seahawks fans don't like him. I wouldn't exactly like playing if, you know, this was pretty much my starting offensive line for the first like 5 games. I mean, with Curran and Forsyth and then Haynes and Bradford flipped, I'm pretty sure. I think this was even the O-line for a little bit. I wouldn't exactly like living if that was my offensive line. So there, I always feel the need to say that. Oh yeah, and also Shane Waldron is the offensive coordinator. You know, just want to put that out there. What the fuck is an outside run or a pass over the middle of the field? But anyways, this defense has been very hit or miss, and the difference between when Devin Witherspoon is on and off the field is insane. This defense looks like maybe the worst I've ever seen when he is not playing, but for some reason he just has that effect. I've said this before, he has that factor that I've seen in very few players where when he's on the field, it feels like he is every position on the field. I don't know, it just feels like he's everywhere. And I haven't felt that from a Seahawks player in a long time. And he's just a rookie. He is insane. Also, Boye Mafe, I mentioned this in the last one, he's been very good when they don't play like Frank Clark over him or Darrell Taylor. Ugh. I'm no disrespect, but no, we ain't doing that. But I mean, we have this built up pretty well for Drew Lock. We have a great tight end group, a great receiving core, and a pretty deep receiving core. A good running back group, again, a very deep running back group, a base of a good offensive line. See, the thing is, Charles Cross is one of the worst players in this game. I've seen him allow 20 sacks in a season. I'm going to try to make him play realistically. High motor, does that? I don't know. That might make him play not as terribly. We'll find out. But let's get into this rebuild. Enough talking. And I am very interested to see how Drew Lock does in simulation. So let's get to the midseason point and we will see what is happening. But at the midseason point, we are 3-3. This team was better in real life at this point. Something interesting is for the first game of the year, we absolutely smoked the Rams. Wasn't this almost the opposite score in real life? Like, what wasn't it, like 31-10 or something? No, it was 30-13 Rams. So almost the opposite of real life happened here. But yeah, I mean, we're doing okay with Drew Lock. He isn't doing great yet. 11 touchdowns, but picks, 1,300 yards, 63 completion percentage. He's doing fine. You know, we're gonna need to develop him, but we'll see how he's doing by the end of this. That's more what I'm worried about than how he's doing at the beginning. And we have some re-signings, but we only have 70,000 in cap space, so we'll have to restructure some deals at the end of the year, clearly, because we need Drew Lock back, at least. But we also want Leonard Williams back, Damian Lewis, Jordan Brooks, Noah Fant, maybe Bobby Wagner. Yeah, probably. So we are definitely gonna need to free some money up. But that's all all for us to go over here, so let's get to the end of the season, and we will see what kind of record we can finish with. All right, well, maybe Drew Lock is the answer, because we finish 11-6. Why? How? I thought this was gonna be a rough start. Definitely not. We went on a pretty big win streak right here. We won, what, 5 in a row? We lost a couple, went on a 3-game win streak, and then lost to the Cardinals, of all teams. All right, we beat the shit out of the Steelers. That was certainly a season, I will say that. Let's check out our season stats, though. I mean, did Drew Lock do well? He kind of did. Ooh. Okay, other than the interceptions, 3,500 yards, 31 touchdowns. That's really good. 17 picks, not so much. Hopefully we can weed those out a little bit, but pretty good completion percentage. All things considered, he was pretty good. I am surprised. Kenneth Walker wasn't all that good. Almost 1,300 yards, but only 3.9 yards per carry. I guess that isn't too far off what he has in real life, because they just insist on running him right up the middle every single time. But 7 touchdowns for him, 7 for Zach Charbonnet. We'll take that. 1,100 yards for Tyler Lockett led the team, 9 touchdowns. Metcalf with only 800. JSN with only 600 yards, 2 touchdowns. But I mean, that's to be expected. He's buried in an offense that doesn't pass very much. Noah Fant was decent. Okay, the blocking was better than I thought it would be, but still not great. 10 sacks allowed from Abe Lucas and Charles Cross. Damian Lewis was fine. Evan Brown was pretty bad, but Anthony Bradford was good. I guess we'll take that. And Bobby Wagner led the team in tackles with 105. Tackles for loss, 13 for Leonard Williams, 12 for Uchenna Nwosu, and sacks, 10.5 for Uchenna Nwosu. We will take that. I mean, if he can turn into a good player here, that'll solve a lot of our problems. Honestly, our pass rush as a whole was really good. Draymond Jones, 9.5 sacks, 9 for Boye Mafe. That's like the best I've ever seen this pass rush do, like through a whole rebuild. And then interceptions, 4 for Jamal Adams and Devin Witherspoon, 3 for Trey Brown, 2 for Jordan Brooks, and then 1 for Nwosu and Woolen. Don't know why Jamal Adams was our leading interceptions getter, but that is EA for you. And quarterback with the best stats award goes to Patrick Mahomes. No Drew Lock up there, unfortunately. Offensive player of the year goes to Brandon Ayuk. Defensive player of the year goes to Micah Parsons. Uchenna Nwosu at number 4. We'll take that. Surprisingly, no Mafe or Draymond Jones. They were pretty close in stats to Nwosu, but apparently not close enough. Offensive rookie of the year goes to Bijan Robinson. Charbonnet at number 9. He beat out JSN. JSN was at number 10. I guess the touchdowns, but I don't know. And defensive rookie of the year, this is probably what's going to happen in real life, but Jalen Carter wins it. Devin Witherspoon at number 2. Drew Lock was up there for best QB, though, at number 9, so we'll take that. Nwosu was number 2 for best linebacker, damn it. But definitely a much better first year than I expected, so we could be cooking here. I mean, we had the number 7 scoring offense and number 7 for points allowed per game. Now, if you go into our rankings, whatever that bases it off of, we were 20th for offense and 12th for defense. Our defense looked like it was good at everything, though. I guess just our run D wasn't great, but we are going to be taking on the 49ers in the wild card. I'm sure this will go well. We have a division rivals scenario. We will go chess match. I don't know. It gives it to both teams, so it doesn't really matter. And then a first of many scenario. But this definitely isn't Mikey McDingle's first rodeo, you know what I'm saying? We will go play it cool. I don't think we're going to win this game, and we definitely don't deserve to win this game. But let's simulate this out, and we will see what happens. Okay, we win. I don't want to win that game. This will just make our picks worse. And they had like 7 overall on us. Same with the Cowboys. They're an 88 to our 81. We don't deserve this. I mean, I guess we'll take a playoff win, especially against, a division rival, but it's not realistic. What did I even click on? Oh yeah, the playoff rivals. We'll take that and the staff points. I mean, it's staff points, but I guess it's better than nothing. And then the recap for the first of many, give us those sweet, juicy staff points. But now we're going to be taking on the Cowboys in the divisional. I'm sure this will go well. The 49ers kind of suck in this game. Yeah, we're not beating the Cowboys. They are maybe the most broken team in this game. I said the Falcons were, but then we used their playbooks, and I don't think we made the playoffs like once. No, we did in like the last couple years of the rebuild, in the 10-year rebuild. So I'll still give the crown to the Cowboys there. And yeah, they absolutely dookie on us. I don't think that's necessarily fair, though. The Seahawks played them really close in real life. But they go on to win the Super Bowl, of course, 28-20 over the Chiefs. I mean, that's a Madden-ass Super Bowl, but at least it's a somewhat realistic Super Bowl. But now, let's get into actually rebuilding this team. This is where the fun begins. I mean, that first year was pretty fun, too. That was interesting. But we have some re-signings to make, and we have -8 mil in cap. Okay, this is gonna be tough. Let me see what I can do. Okay, we were actually able to free up like a ton of cap space. We have 33 mil to work with now. I guess our first priority has to be bringing back Drew Lock. We'll just sign him to a 7-year deal. 7 years, 41 mil. We'll even up it a tiny bit just to make sure that he signs it. Get scammed, starting QB for like 7 mil a year or something. We'll take it. And now for the rest of these players, which ones do we want back? I didn't like when they traded for Leonard Williams because I'm like, why are you trading for a player in a contract year when you're not really in a position to compete? I like Leonard Williams as a player a lot, but I just didn't understand the move. I guess we'll re-sign him though. I mean, it's not like we're gonna get compensatory picks for him here because they don't exist in this game, but 3 years, 38 mil. Okay, understandable. I would probably do the same, but Noah Fant, 4 years, 51 mil. Do you want to re-sign? Okay, he re-signs. Thank you. Jordan Brooks, if he was interested, then sure. Should we just go full reset at linebacker? I mean, we could re-sign Devin Bush, but Damian Lewis, how about 3 years, 37 mil? And I think that's all we're going to be able to do for re-signings. So I think we are unfortunately going to have to let all the rest of these guys go, including Bobby Wagner, who this team loves to play on passing downs for some reason. I love that. And you know what? Actually, can we restructure any of the deals we just signed? This feels like cheating a little bit, but yeah, we can. I mean, I don't think that's going to do anything actually, so maybe it would be better to not restructure and save that money for, you know, later years in the rebuild, but I guess we could. Oh, that one's only 360K. Okay, never mind. That wouldn't do anything anyways. So I think with that, let's just get straight to the draft. But in the draft, we pick all the way back at number 27. I almost wish we just sucked this year because I feel, are we going to go winless next season? There's always one of those years where the team just massively underperforms. So I guess we'll see if that's this season. I sure hope not though. But what's our biggest need? We need D-line, we need a linebacker pretty desperately, but I'm not going to prioritize the linebacker in the first round, no matter how much we need it. We need interior O-line, and honestly, other than that, we're pretty good. So let's see who the best player is at one of those positions. I'm probably not going to go interior O-line. Ooh, never mind. Maybe I will. I was going to say I'm not going to go interior O-line in the first round because we can get comparable players later on. However, Marcus Hurst had 46 bench reps. Now, somehow that's only going to be like 90 strength or something stupid, but he does have elite strength, so it might be a whole 92 or something. Ooh, we're getting crazy in here. But yeah, he looks insane, so I think we might go with him. Either that or like a D lineman, but I don't know. We really only use 2 D linemen anyways, and there isn't really anyone, or no, we can probably get a defensive tackle later, like Humphrey looked pretty good. All right, yeah, let's go with Marcus Hurst. Not a scheme fit, but he's 6'3", 341, only 21 years old, left-handed, just like me for real, out of Georgia. His ratings aren't like the greatest in the world. His finesse isn't amazing, and his awareness is only a B, but let's take him. I was gonna say, as soon as I saw the C to D injury, I was like, this dude's gonna have normal dev. Bruh. I mean, he has 98 strength. That's better than I thought it would be. But of course he would have normal dev. Of course. Now let's see. Like I said, I want a defensive tackle, so let's see if there's a good one. Ooh, this dude's actually pretty good looking. Good speed. A 4.76 is only the 3rd fastest defensive. What the hell? Hold on. Oh my god. What is this defensive tackle class? What's happening here? I mean, on paper, this guy doesn't look that good, but I mean, his combine is insane. This linebacker also looks pretty good. Deontay McLeod. Oh, he looks really good, actually. I think we'll go with Deontay McLeod. There aren't many good linebackers in this class that I can see. I mean, Jeff Amos or something, or Amos, whatever. He might be decent. Tyree Gardner might be decent. He's terrible in zone, though. But the only really good-looking one I can see is Deontay McLeod, so let's go with him. Can't wait to see the normal dev again, probably. Okay, no, he thankfully has hidden 90 speed, 89 excel, 78 strength. He looks good. We'll take that. What did I just do? Oh, I went 1 pick somehow. But maybe the last pick I'm going to show, let's go with a defensive tackle now. I don't know. A lot of them look really good, like Otis Kinney. He has bad injury, though, so he could have normal. He is only 21, though, either way. There's Andrew Cunningham, the really fast one, but his ratings aren't that good, at least his awareness. He is really fast, though, but how much does that matter in terms of overall? Sheldon Freeman looks really good. A little bit of a fall off after that. Rakeem Curse looks okay. Some of these guys, not great. All right, yeah, there's definitely a fall off, but there are a lot of good options here at the top. I think the best one might be Otis Kinney, or should I just take a chance on the really fast one because he looks fun? I think that might be what we do. Let's go with Andrew Cunningham out of Texas. He is older, but he's ridiculously fast. I don't think he's as good as Kenny, but he's more fun, so let's take him. Of course he would have normal dev, but 81 speed at 293 pounds is ridiculous. We will take that. So I might make one more pick. We'll see, but I'll see y'all for the draft recap. I hope we did well. But in the draft, we did pretty well. I mean, considering, you know, we had later picks. This wasn't too bad. Marcus Hurst was a 76, only normal dev, of course, but he's good. Probably the best guard in the class, I would guess. I don't know, maybe one went early or something. There was an 82 overall corner. I think I forgot to set the draft class strength to strong, but I'll do that for next year. Other than that one corner, this draft class was terrible though. And yeah, Hurst was the best guard in the class, one of the best players overall. Just of course, no dev trait, unfortunately. And who else did we take? Deontay McLeod was really good too, 75 overall. Not as good in coverage as I expected, but I feel like the linebackers never are when I take them. It'll say like A zone coverage and it'll be a 66 or something. But either way, he looks really nice. We do probably need another linebacker, although I don't know. Caleb Simmons doesn't look too bad either. I just, you know, he was one of the faster linebackers left and he looked pretty good, so I picked. And then Andrew Cunningham is decent, 71 overall, of course no dev trait. I would bet almost everything I own that the other defensive tackle was better, like I said, but the guy we took is fast and that's fun. I actually want to see though, what is his overall? Was it Humphrey? I don't know, Humphrey's better though. It was Kenny. Kenny's a 72 with hidden dev, of course, but not too much better in overall, but he is definitely better. And then I don't want to talk about Don Sutton. He is awful. And then the CPU picked these players. So decent draft, actually pretty good. We got like 2 first round talents, or like early-ish first round talents with the guard and the linebackers. So I'm feeling pretty good, and let's get into year 2. But here's a look at the team heading into year number 2 of the rebuild, and we're looking good. Up to an 81 now. I want to trade Geno Smith before it's, you know, too late, before his contract is up, but it would be a lot of negative cap space. So, or I guess not negative, but a lot of dead cap. That's an interesting QB room for the Buccaneers. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater is going to retire after the year, apparently. They re-signed Jameis Winston, and they have a rookie star dev QB. Yeah, I don't know where to trade Geno. Maybe back to the Jets. Looks like Rodgers retired. I guess we could trade Geno. All right, we're getting a second round pick for him. I'm going to have to rearrange the depth chart now, though, but at least we get something for him. We do need a center. Damian Lewis has played center before. Maybe we could do that, because Bradford was good. We drafted Hurst. Yeah, I guess we'll play Lewis at center. It feels a little weird, but I guess we'll do it. So I guess this is the starting lineup now. And then the defense, not too many changes on defense other than, you know, the linebacker core is entirely different, and we have Cunningham instead of Leonard Williams. So yeah, we're younger this year by a lot, but honestly, I don't expect much this year. We're probably only gonna go like 6-11, but if we do, that's maybe a good thing, because we're gonna get a draft, or a good draft pick. You know what I mean? Ooh, is this a Kellen Mond moment? I don't know. That's not very funny, but I guess we'll sign him, sure. But I'll rearrange the depth chart, and let's get to the midseason point of year number 2. Okay, never mind. Maybe Drew Lock is just the answer. We are 4-2 at the midseason. We're even better than last year. Okay, never mind. It's our defense. What is wrong with our offense? We have the number 30 offense in the league. Our defense is the best in the league, though. I mean, it hardly has any sacks or takeaways. This is the most Madden-ass team I've ever seen. We are gonna lose every single game in the second half of the year and finish 4-13. Like, what is this? How is our defense even decent? We have 7 total sacks through 6 games and 3 takeaways. What is this? I don't know what to do with this information. Is this team the worst thing of all time, or is it great? I genuinely could not tell you. I'm not even being dramatic. I don't know if this team is horrific or, like, really good. I don't know what to do here. This is certainly a season. Oh, and even better, we have negative $7 million cap space. That's cool. Well, I think we'll be able to restructure a lot at the end of the year again, so that's a positive at least. I don't know how bad we need anyone here back, though, I mean, Trey Brown I do want back, but Julian Love is kind of a backup. Quandre Diggs is very expensive right now, and he is older. I guess re-signing him wouldn't be that expensive, but he is already 31, will be 32. And I guess if we re-sign Julian Love, he'll be the starter, but he's not interested, so I don't know. And then Will Dissly's a backup. So yeah, this isn't the worst free agent class ever. It's not too bad. But I mean, that's literally all we can do here. Let's get to the end of the year. I don't know. Okay, yeah, we had a little bit of a fall off in the second half of the year. We started 4-2, finished 4-7 or something. I think that's what it was. Yeah. Not great. We might be in the market for a new offensive playbook. Shocker, I know. A Madden rebuild where we need to change the playbooks because that's the only thing that matters in simulation. God, I love this game. Drew Lock, 3,500 yards, definitely worse than last year. 22 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. I mean, at least he lowered the interceptions, but he also lowered the touchdowns, which, you know, isn't really ideal. 1,200 yards for Kenneth Walker, though, 4.2 per carry, 8 touchdowns. He was fine. Tyler Lockett, 1,000 yards, only 4 touchdowns, though. DK, 900 yards, JSN, only 500 yards. Yeah, I kind of want a new offensive playbook already. The blocking was pretty not amazing for how little we passed. I mean, this is only like 26 sacks allowed. That's really good, but I don't know. The players that should have done well did terribly, and the ones that should have done poorly did the best. It's genuinely like a downhill list of overall from who did worst to who did the best. It's great. And then on defense, Deontay McLeod led the team in tackles as a rookie. He was pretty good. I mean, he was okay. He had a lot of pass deflections, which is kind of cool. Tackles for loss, 13 for Draymond Jones led the team, 10 for Andrew Cunningham, and sacks, 7.5 from Andrew Cunningham led the team. Defensive Rookie of the Year, question mark? I mean, that would be kind of fun. 7 sacks for Nwosu, not great. 5.5 from Draymond Jones, only 5 from Boye Mafe. And interceptions, 2 for Trey Brown, and then 1 for 4 players. I'm surprised we even won 8 games. What did we do well? Like, what was a good thing about this team? All right, well, Dak Prescott wins MVP, shocker. Offensive Player of the Year also goes to Dak Prescott. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Micah Parsons. Of course, Leonard Williams signed with the Rams and did really well. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Patrick Andrews for the Panthers. And Defensive Rookie of the Year, of course we would get number 2 and 3 and not win it. Deontay McLeod at number 2, Andrew Cunningham at number 3. I want to curl up into a ball and die. I'm ready. Take me. How do what do I do? How do I fix this? Is it new offensive playbook time? I mean, our offense was pretty decent last year, but most of the time it's terrible, so I think we are going to change it. You know what time it is? I don't think I used this playbook in the last rebuild, so I think it's Chiefs playbook time. I love the diversity of this game and how like one playbook in this game is good. When I use it. I mean, the Bengals have a good playbook, but when I use it, it's terrible. Same with the Raiders, same with the Bills. And now the Bills is decent sometimes, but the Chiefs is better. So we'll try the Chiefs playbook. We'll see what happens. Do we want to switch the defensive playbook? I mean, our defense was good. Our defense overperformed, arguably. How do we have an 84 overall offense? Our offense was an 84 overall and was 30th in the league. Awesome, dude. Cool. Skill issue, I guess. I should build the team better. I don't know. But anyways, let's get into the offseason and let's see what we can do, because this is where we can start making the team really good, assuming we actually have money, which maybe not. We'll see. I was going through like some old football cards, like 1981 tops, because there's apparently a really expensive Joe Montana rookie card, which I may or may not have somewhere. I don't know. I think I have every card from the set like a few times over. I found some decent ones. I found 3 Dan Hampton rookie cards, which are in really good condition, and an all-pro Walter Payton, which is really off-center, but it's apparently worth a little bit. I don't know. Old sports cards are worth like nothing, but there are some in those that are decent. I don't know. I don't know why I even felt like bringing that up. I just saw them next to me because I have them. But in the Super Bowl, the Chiefs take down the Lions 31-14. I've seen the Lions in Madden rebuilds in the Super Bowl a few times recently. Are they slowly becoming decent in this game? Are they going to be one of the now 9 teams that even have a chance to be in the Super Bowl in this game? I don't know. Maybe. It would at least make a little diversity, but they still don't win it. The Chiefs destroy them. But now for the rest of the players we have to re-sign. Before we even get to that, I see negative 13 mil. Let's see what deals we can restructure. Oh boy. Okay, well, I was able to restructure a little bit, but it still wasn't enough to be able to bring back anyone. We have 190k in cap space now. So, unfortunately, we're going to be saying goodbye to all these players. Some I care more about than others. Trey Brown is the one I'm most disappointed about, but even then, he's already 27. He's only a 77 overall. I do like him in real life. He's been pretty good, but it's not necessarily the end of the world. So let's get into the offseason, and once again, I think we're just getting straight to the draft. Will money ever free up? I guess we'll find out. But here in the draft, we pick at number 15. I love the glitch of the ground not showing. Is there any way I can fix that without backing out a franchise? Did that do it? No. All All right, love this game. Don't know how many times I can say that. There we go. But there is one corner I really want in this draft. I don't think he's going to be there by the time we pick him, but I don't really want him bad enough to trade up for him. He looks really good. He doesn't look generational. His player ec and awareness and press aren't really good enough to be generational, but he does look really good. He's really fast too. If he's there by the time we pick, then for sure I'll take him. But honestly, Rudy Swan, who I focus scouted, looks better. Now, he has D to F injury and lacks discipline, so he's going to have normal dev. Although sometimes when they have like a double negative, it cancels out and they have a hidden dev. So I don't know. Let's just skip to our pick and we will see what we can do. Okay, Arthur Cooks is actually available. He doesn't have the best injury and shows good discipline. How old is Rudy Swan? He's 22. I think Rudy Swan's the better overall, and that's really what I'm going to bank on here. I'm not going to go like, ooh, this guy might have a hidden dev. Ooh, this guy, he has this and this and this, and the sun's aligned at 45 degrees in the sky, so that means he's gonna have normal dev. Like, I don't know how to base off that shit. Like, I don't know what to do there. We'll just go with the player I think is a better overall, and that is Rudy Swan out of BYU. Let's take him. And he has hidden dev. Okay, I'm starting to slowly understand dev traits, maybe. If they have a double negative, it seems like sometimes they have star dev. That's the best I got. That's the only information I can offer up. Other than that, I have no idea. Ooh, but we got the 6th pick in the 2nd round for Geno Smith. That's not bad. And there are a lot of QBs that are, or no, wait, I went to QB, but there is one QB who actually looks maybe okay. No, he's not very good. Not that we can even take him because we committed to Drew Lock for some reason, but yeah, I don't know. Also, let me check if we got any other dev ups. I guess that'll kind of dictate what we do a little bit. I don't know if we did. I don't know who would have gotten a dev trait, but maybe one of the defensive players. On offense, though, it doesn't look like we got any. And on defense, no. Oh yeah, we still need a safety. Almost forgot about that. And a linebacker and maybe a D lineman. We still definitely have some needs here. So between safety and D line, whoever the best player is that I can find, we will take. It might be Artie Downs. He looks pretty good. I don't think he looked phenomenal, but he looked pretty good. Randy Finch looks good too. I just don't know what his coverage is. If it was like B-man and even C-zone, this guy would probably be ridiculous, but I don't know. Let's take Artie Downs. He looks good. Only 21 years old, out of Ole Miss, has the double negative. He has bad injury and lacks discipline, so maybe that's good. He's the 2nd fastest free safety left. Good strength. Great strength, technically, I guess. Has overall, like, really well-balanced ratings. Just a B for almost everything. So let's go with Artie Downs out of Ole Miss. And yeah, the double negative. Okay, that's interesting. That's really interesting. I mean, I don't know if that's 100% or anything, but I have noticed that. I just haven't brought it up because I wasn't sure, but that might be a strategy. We'll look for double negative players. I don't know. Or that was just lucky. I have no idea. And unfortunately, most of the D linemen I wanted are gone. Stephon Gross looks... I want to make a joke about his last name. I mean, his pass rush ability is kind of gross, but as a run defender, he looks really good. He'll probably only be like a 72 or something stupid, but I don't know. He looks decent. We'll take him. He also has hidden dev. We're getting lucky here. We'll take that. And if there's a decent linebacker here, we will take him. Let's see. Ben Kemp, are you fast? Kinda. He's also really weak, though. He might be decent. All right, I think he is the best linebacker. Dorian Blackburn has awful coverage, but yeah, no. All right, let's go with Ben Kemp as our last pick. I don't think he's that good, but I think he's decent. He might be good enough to start, so let's take him. Another hidden dev, and guess what? Bad injury, and he lacked discipline. I guess I can't show that anymore. Okay, that's maybe a strat, but I'll simulate the rest of these out, and I think we got some good players this year. Okay, yeah, we had a pretty good draft. Rudy Swan is a 78 overall. That's about what I expect. 95 speed, 95 excel. Really good man, good zone, pretty good press. He's a great 3rd corner. I guess a 2nd outside guy because, you know, we'll play Witherspoon in the slot. That's a nice pick for sure. Artie Downs isn't as high of an over. I mean, nah, 75 is about what I expect. I figured he wasn't like insane or anything, but he looks good. Again, a really well-rounded player and only 21 years old with the hidden dev, so that's huge. And then, yeah, Stephon Gross is a 72 as I kind of expected. I'm starting to know draft classes too well, but really good strength, just no pass rush, which kind of sucks, especially because he's only 6'6", 286. At that point, just bulk all the way up to like 350 and just become the best run defender of all time. I don't know. And then Ben Kemp is a 72. Good speed, good excel, I guess, for whatever that's worth. I mean, that's important, but he looks good. And then the CPU, it did something. That's something. Let's see, where does Swan rank in the NFL? Okay, he is, I guess, tied for second in the class. I don't know why I said in the NFL, but yeah, he's tied for the second highest overall player in the class. It looks like Cooks is the same overall anyways. Doesn't have a dev trait though. Okay, so we made the right pick there. There's also a really good guard and a really good tight end. I think I once again forgot to make the draft classes strong, but I did set it for sure now. Let me make sure. Okay, yes, I did. All right, cool. But yeah, definitely a good draft, and let's get into year 3. I'm interested to see how Drew Lock is going to do in the Chiefs offense, though. That could be a lot of picks, or it could be good. I don't know. Okay, this is really off topic and random, but you know, I've only been doing these rebuilds for like a year, but I have been watching rebuilds since I was like 12, and it's so interesting to see and so interesting to think about. Like, I don't know, I don't mean to be like comparative and weird about it, but it's interesting to see that like I get more views than, you know, the rebuilders, like some of them that I used to really enjoy when I was younger. I don't think about stuff like that for some reason, but then I see it, I'm like, huh, that's interesting. I don't know. That's something really random to bring up. I don't know what just made me think of that. It's just kind of, it's kind of cool that like, you know, I'm kind of at that level now. And when I was younger, I was like, I thought that was like untouchable for some reason, but now I don't know. I'm at like a similar level now. It's very interesting. Like I couldn't even imagine back then that I would be doing this and like doing it a level where I was at a level of the people that I was watching. It's so interesting. I don't know. Anyways, back to the rebuild. Here's a look at the team heading into year number 3 of the rebuild. I feel like I'm flying through this one. I'm just sick of looking at my favorite team or something, apparently. I don't know. Oh, the blue dev traits on this defense are beautiful. We're about to have like a full defense of dev traits. Like genuinely. Now it's probably all gonna be star and I'm gonna cry about it, but I mean, it still looks good, at least for now. I mean, these could all be X Factor for all we know. Imagine if they are though. I mean, that would be crazy. But yeah, we're doing well so far, and this team is fairly different from even the team we started with. Not so much the offense, but the defense definitely. The D-line isn't it isn't great. Oh, I forgot to re-sign Draymond Jones. I cut him for cap space because it saved us like 18 mil or something, but I need to re-sign him. Oh, there he is. I don't know why I'm scrolling through this. Okay. I was like, why does our defensive line look so terrible? That's why. Now I need to cut someone else. God, now I need to rearrange the depth chart again. Whatever. I'm stupid. I just went to depth chart 2. I meant to go to adjust lineup. I'm struggling. I'm having a rough one. But yeah, we're up to an 82 overall now. The defense is only an 80, but like I was saying, it's like 50% rookies and second-year players. So even though it isn't a great overall, it should develop. I want to start Gross too, or at least get him as much playing time as I can. He would be a 75 at straight-up defensive tackle. The problem with that is he is 6'6", 286. He would die at defensive tackle in real life, or nose tackle, I should say. That wouldn't be good. The problem with that is, though, Draymond Jones is 6'3", 281, so we can't exactly play him there. I guess Cunningham is our best option at a deadly 6'5", 293. I mean, what a massive nose tackle he'll be. He actually doesn't even go up. We'll just be unrealistic for a second. We'll play Gross at defensive tackle or nose tackle. That's fine. Who cares? He looks big. I mean, can't believe I'm looking at the size of these Madden-generated players. He looks thicker than he is, though. No pause. Hey, that brought us up to an 81 defense. We're cooking now. But I don't know what's wrong with me today. Let's get to the midseason point. We'll see what our record is. I can't wait to be 2-5. Wow, what a call. All right. We're 2-5. I know this game way too well. What's the problem this year? Oh, our defense that was the best in the league at the midseason last year, that only got better, is the 30th in the league. Let's go. Skill issue. Oh, it's dead last for overall ranking. That's awesome. Our offense is actually decent. Our defense, oh, Drew Lock. Our defense not so much though. Yeah, I don't. What do I do with this information? I'm gonna become like a, I don't know, Minecraft YouTuber or something. Like, I don't. This game is indescribably bad. Like, obviously not just the simulation, but that's maybe one of the worst things in the game? Question mark? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure an 81 overall defense isn't exactly near the top of the league, but also how do we go from best to worst while only getting better? Like, yeah, we're not a great defense on paper. I guess it is one of the worst, but it's like 20th for overall. So I guess I understand why we're the worst. I just don't know how it can go from what it was last year to what it is now. I don't get it. Oh, we have an upgrade for Artie Downs. Surely he hasn't allowed 600 yards in coverage so far this season. And yeah, he unfortunately just has star. Awesome. Let's see, did we get any other dev trait reveals? I want to see. At least we're not the Saints, though. They're 0-7. I mean, to be fair, we have a better team, but still. I don't think we had any hidden devs on offense, and then on D... yeah, I again called it. They're literally all star. I'm gonna do some things. Some unsavory things. I don't think I've ever used that word in my entire existence. But yeah, Gross has star, Kemp has star, Downs has star, and Swan has star. Almost like I called that before the year. I've played too much of this game. It's driving me insane. You're watching the downfall of someone's mental health. Who do we have to re-sign, though? Oh, now we have all of our contracts. Why do the Seahawks do this to me? Why did they set every contract to expire in the exact same year? They're gonna die in real life. Like, why did they structure the contracts like this? But DK Metcalf, 4 years, 82 mil. Maybe this is the year Pete Carroll's planning to retire, so he's just wanting to sabotage the next coming head coach. I don't know. But 4 years, 45 mil for Kenneth Walker. He resigns. At least we're gonna have money now, I hope. 3 years, 23 mil for Tariq Woolen. That's really, really cheap. We'll take that. 4 years, 54 mil for Boye Mafe. He resigns. Hopefully he does better than he did last year. Jamal Adams, 3 years, 36 mil. Now, if this was real life, I'm good, but he's a 70 or an 87 overall here, so we'll take it. He resigns. Abe Lucas, now I'm not so sure there. Ooh, yeah, no. 8 sacks allowed so far. No thanks. Charles Cross, I am scarred from Charles Cross in the past. This rebuild, he's been much better, though, but he's not interested. How about 4 years, 65 mil? We might be looking for a new left tackle and right tackle then. Tyler Lockett will re-sign after the year. Draymond Jones isn't interested. He's been all right this year. The first year, though, he was really good. The second year, he was still good, not as many sacks, but this year, he's slowly going downhill, like my life. Oh, God. We have the 5th years, too. This team's gonna be cheap for 1 season, and then it's all gonna go right back to negative 10 mil in cap space. Let's get to the end of the year. Let's finish probably 8-9, so we just don't make the playoffs, but end with a shitty draft pick. Can't wait. Okay, well, I mean, we were really close to 8-9. I was gonna guess 7-10. I wish I did, but I was like 8-9 would be more dramatic, because that would make a worse pick, but no, we finished 7-10. Our offense was decent. We were the 11th best offense. Now, our defense... What defensive playbook do we want? Let's go, baby. Let's find out. The Ravens had a good defense. I don't think I've tried their defense very much. They also had 28 total sacks. I don't know. What's a good one? Should we just stick it out? Sometimes that's the best strategy in this game for some reason. I don't know. We'll check out our season stats first before we make any drastic changes, you know what I mean? Ooh, Drew Lock. Okay, that's a lot of interceptions still, but 4,200 yards, 37 touchdowns. Damn. Like I said, 21 interceptions, but good completion percentage, almost nice. Kenneth Walker with 1,300 yards, 5.4 per carry, 12 touchdowns. Noah Fant with 1,000 yards. I always forget the Chiefs offense really uses the tight end. 11 touchdowns. JSN with 900 yards, Tyler Lockett with 900 yards, Metcalf with 800 yards. The blocking outside of Abe Lucas was very good. Damian Lewis wasn't great, but Hurst was good, Bradford was good, Cross was good, just Lucas. And on defense, we had 4 players get over 100 tackles. That's not a good sign. Deontay McLeod with 123 led the team. Tackles for loss, 21 from Draymond Jones, 20 from Stephon Gross as a rookie, 15 from Andrew Cunningham, and sacks, 5 from Nwosu led the team, 4 for Dre Jones and Boye Mafe, 3 for Stephon Gross. It feels like we played a million snaps, and we did. Jamal Adams with almost 1,300 snaps on defense. Yeah, our defense just couldn't get off the field. That's cool. Did I check your interceptions? I don't think I did. My mind just tried to block that out. Maybe I did. 3 for McLeod, 2 for Swan, 1 for Adams and Witherspoon. I genuinely do not remember if I showed those or not. But MVP, aka quarterback with the best stats award, goes to Patrick Mahomes. Actually, Bijan Robinson up there. I mean, that's kind of different, I guess. Offensive player of the year goes to Bijan, unsurprisingly. Kenneth Walker at number 8. We'll take that. Defensive player of the year goes to Aiden Hutchinson. Offensive rookie of the year goes to Dylan Claiborne for the Bears. And I'm gonna we get 2 and 3 again. Corey Weathers for the Panthers wins it. Stephon Gross at 2. Ben Kemp at 3. I'm gonna blast myself. Rudy Swan at 7. Artie Downs at 8. Do I even know who Artie? Oh, that's the safety. I'm stupid. All right, what defensive playbook are we cooking up, baby? Let's find out. Should we try the Packers? I feel like I used the Packers defensive playbook before and it went terribly. But I mean, what do we have to lose at this point is the question. My sanity is the answer. I feel like that's long gone though. Let's try it. Okay, there we go. I could definitely find it faster, but sometimes I just like to shut my mind off and just scroll until I see it. Wouldn't be a rebuild without changing the playbook about a million times though, so let's get into the offseason. We should at least have a decent draft pick, I think. I hope. Maybe close to top 10. Probably right around 10. I've never seen that Super Bowl before. The Cowboys beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl again. Shocker. Couldn't have predicted that one. I like how my rebuilds have just devolved into me complaining for about an hour. I don't know why you guys... I don't know. I understand why you guys watch, but these things drive me insane. I mean, they don't actually, but I really do wish simulation was better than it was. I do. All jokes aside, it should be better. I think I could go in and somehow create something that is more realistic than whatever this is every season. I don't even know how to do that kind of stuff, but I'm sure I could figure it out in a couple weeks and make something that at least works a little better. I'm not saying it would be good or fun to play. I'm saying it would be more realistic. Anyways, Draymond Jones got superstar dev for God knows what reason. Why did he get that? Oh, cool. He got tackles for loss. He also got 4 sacks, bud. Like, I don't know, man. But we'll pick up... we won't pick up either. No, we'll pick up the Devin Witherspoon 5th year, but the JSN, we can just sign him for cheaper. The JSN. Why'd I call him the JSN? I meant the JSN deal, but I just called him the JSN. I don't know. I am an enigma. We'll say that. We'll up Charles Cross's deal a little bit. 6.9 mil per year. 69.6 total deal. I am the most mature person to ever live. He signs it. Thank you. That's kind of expensive. Abe Lucas, I'm good. He blows in this game. Draymond Jones, if you take, I guess we'll do 3 years, 38. Sure. Never mind. Goodbye. The bright side about this is we are going to be able to finally sign players in free agency. Ooh, Tyler Lockett rejects. I mean, he's an old ass man here, to be fair. So maybe that's for the best, but still depressing. One of my favorite players ever. But Big Dick Michael Dixon resigns, and let's get into free agency. Unfortunately, we're letting everyone's favorite white boy, Jake Bobo, go. I mean, he's a decent player. Don't get me wrong. He's not going to do much for us here. And this is a good first free agent class to hit. There's some decent players here, and we actually have money. Brock Purdy's in here. That's something. I wonder if the 49ers will pay him a shitload of money, or if they'll realize, oh, hey, he's almost overthrowing receivers that are butt-ass naked by like 30 yards. I wonder if they'll realize that, or I don't know. We'll find out. Ooh, Taylor Moton's here. He's awful in this game, isn't he? Oh, no. Oh, okay. Let's go for Taylor Moton. I mean, he's expensive, but it looks like he's been good. What do I want to sign? I mean, we don't have any holes on the roster, really. Pause. I mean, there are 2 positions I'm going for, and that is receiver and right tackle, but other than that, is there something I'm just majorly forgetting? Oh yeah, we have Drew Lock. That's something I would like to replace. Nah, he was good this last year. Ooh, Noah Fant got superstar dev, I saw. That's huge. And then I saw McLeod got superstar dev. We didn't hit any other dev ups, but I mean, that's pretty good. Okay, we need a D lineman. I forgot we lost Draymond Jones. And honestly, Cunningham hasn't been that good since his rookie year. Well, I guess he's only played 1 other year, but he didn't get a dev trade his rookie year, which I think is stupid. When he only had half a sack this year. Okay, we'll look for a D lineman. Those will be our 2 other things, or our 1 other thing, the D line. Am I okay? Am I feeling okay? I'm just like not speaking words. Do we want Leonard Williams back? Honestly, Grady Jarrett's really good in this game sometimes. Ooh, okay, yeah, Grady Jarrett. Welcome to the Seattle Seahawks, unless he rejects us. Ooh, Martin Emerson got superstar dev. I mean, we don't need him, but it's interesting. There are a lot of good interior O-line, but our interior's been playing fine, which is confusing. But these are the players I'm going to go for, I think. I think this is everyone. We're going to go for Chris Olave, who would be our number 1 receiver. DK might be a higher overall now. I don't know. But yeah, that would be a pretty big addition. He's not even that expensive. I mean, we're paying him a decent amount, but he's only really asking 20 mil per year. Taylor Moton, like I showed, and then Grady Jarrett, like I showed. So we're the only team interested in these two, and then we have the lead for Chris Olave. So let's see what happens. We get Chris Olave. Still, these two don't sign, but do they sign now? Taylor Moton signs, and Grady Jarrett still doesn't want to sign. Interesting. I guess let's sim a week and see what happens. If it wants to simulate, that took weirdly long. Oh no, the 49ers are interested now. Oh, I thought he signed with them. Okay, we get Grady Jarrett. That's a good free agent class. I mean, these two are old, but I like that, and let's get to the draft. But in the draft, we pick at number 10. I'm just the smartest person to ever live. What can I say? I called that on the money. What I don't know, though, is what we are going to do with this pick, because we've drafted enough players to build, you know, a full other team. I mean, that's not true, but it sounds good when I say it, so I'm going to say it. I'm thinking about Taylor Larson, but if we took him, we would play him at outside linebacker, which, you know, 6'6", 276. I don't know about that, but that's where we would play him if we took him. There's also Sean Collins. Of course, it wouldn't fully scout his power moves. The difference between that being an A and a B is pretty massive. What is the logic there? Why did it do that? It scouted his man coverage and zone coverage as a power rusher, but not his power moves. Okay, sure. I love this game. No complaints. I am perfectly content with my life, and nothing is holding me back from true happiness. Should we just go with Taylor Larson? He looks all right. He's gonna be a big-ass outside linebacker, but that's kind of funny. Let's take him. Hidden dev, 84 speed, 89 strength. That's pretty nice. We'll take it. He's probably gonna be like a 74 and like a 71 at outside linebacker, but who cares? That's fine. Ooh, and there are some good corners. Now, do we need corner literally at all? No. Do I know what else I'm gonna take? No. So I think all signs point to us taking a corner. Keyshawn Hanna looks pretty good. Same with Trey Beekman, but Trey Beekman is definitely too small to play defensive line. Maybe we move him to outside linebacker. I don't know if he's great though. There are honestly some really good really good looking D linemen later, or I guess one that might go in the 3rd round. Okay, it is kind of a risk to go with the corner because corner isn't an actual need, and you know, D-line almost is, but Jermaine Lacey looks good, so he has maybe good injury and good discipline, so he's probably gonna have normal dev. Called it. Double positive sometimes isn't good. That's so weird. That's really weird. I feel like that's the opposite of what it should be. But last pick I'm gonna show, maybe our last pick of the rebuild, we'll see. Let's go with Chad Cannon, which is, that's a name. That's a name if I've ever heard one. He has elite strength, really good block shed and tackle, not much pass rush to him, but that's fine. I don't think he's amazing, but I think he's worth it, so let's take him. Hidden dev, 91 strength. Maybe he is really good. I like that. We'll take it. I'm stupid. I forgot to take an interior O lineman, and I just pressed sim to the end of the draft. That's fine. Hopefully the CPU will take a good one. I don't know. But in the draft, we did something. I can't say our first pick was great. Taylor Larson was a 75, went down to a 73 at outside linebacker. I have no idea why I took him. I think I just wasn't thinking when I took him. Like, genuinely, I don't know where my mind was. I mean, hey, that's better than the 72 overall tackle the Bucks took a pick before us, but yeah, that was definitely a pick of all time. I don't know what I was doing. Oh, the Commanders got an 83 overall quarterback. For some reason, I thought he was going to have normal dev. Nope, he has X Factor. Understandable. That's probably the 5th quarterback they've drafted throughout this rebuild, and he'll probably be a backup, knowing how Madden draft logic is. I don't know. This was a draft. That is for sure. I don't know what I did, and I don't know why I did what I did, but I did it. Let's get into year 4. Is it year 4? Probably. Yeah. But here's a look at the team heading into what is possibly the final year of the rebuild. Our offense is really good at an 88. I don't know how we're an 88 necessarily. We only have 3 players that are better than an 88 overall. I mean, I'll take it. I won't complain, but I never understand how the overall system works. And I'm surprised Drew Lock doesn't drag it down a ton. Now, he is looking decent. He's up to a 77. He is almost 30 now, but yeah, up to a 77, looking pretty good. So hopefully our offense can do well, and then the defense, still really young overall. Really only one old player, that is Grady Jarrett. I guess Jamal's kind of older now, and Nwosu probably is, but for the most part, this defense is still very young and should develop. We're up to an 85 on defense, 86 overall team, which isn't the best, but let's see where that ranks in the league. Okay, actually pretty good. The Falcons are also an 86 somehow. The Chiefs are an 87, so we're tied for the second best team overall. The Texans also have an 86. That's interesting. They got Chase Young, Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's a team for sure. So yeah, tied for the second best roster in the league. But let's get to the end of the season and we will see what kind of record we have this year. Could be the last year of the rebuild. Okay, well, here we are at the end of year number 4. And if you've seen one of these videos before, y'all know why we're here. If you haven't for some reason already, be sure to drop a like, be sure to subscribe. It really does help out the channel, even though it's stupid, I know, but I would very much appreciate it. And of course, like I said, if we can get to, did I even set a like goal? I feel like I got brainwashed from like 4 hours ago or whenever I started this. There's something wrong with me today. I don't know, like the video, please, I'm begging you. And yeah, subscribe for more if you like me being an idiot for an hour. But we are up to an 88 overall. God, this defense hurts to look at. It is very silver. We have one superstar in Deontay McLeod, and that is it, which he's a very good looking player, by the way. Already the number 5 ranked linebacker. He has 90 speed, 95 tackle with morale. That's insane. Oh yeah, and also let me know any fun rebuild ideas y'all have down below. I just had a fun idea. I have to check if I've done it before, but maybe expect a really fun rebuild for the next one. So you know what? I don't plug this maybe enough. Turn on notifications if you haven't already. I kind of upload at different times every day, depending on when I get the videos done. So turn on notifications if you want to get notified and make sure you can catch these videos, because the next one's going to be really fun. Anyways, in year number 4, the final year of the rebuild, we finished 11-6 and we made the playoffs. So it looks like the playbooks worked. It looks like they helped. Our defense still wasn't that good. I mean, it was mid, but that's better than dead last in the league. That's for sure. And we had the second best offense by whatever that goes off of. Is it total yards per game? I have no idea. But we had the best passing offense in the league, the 17th rushing offense, so still pretty good. But let's check out our season stats. I'm interested to see how Mr. Drew Lock did. Do we have a Drew Lock MVP? Oh my god. 4,700 yards, 42 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. We've just been on like a down scale of interceptions. I mean, in 2025, he had a lot, but that's because, you know, we switched to a lot more pass-heavy offense. But he went from 21 to 3 in a season. He was insane. Really good completion percentage too. That's a stat line. Kenneth Walker, almost 1,400 yards in only under 250 snaps, 5.6 per carry, 13 touchdowns. He was a monster. 1,000 yards for both Chris Olave and Noah Fant. Noah Fant with 12 touchdowns. Metcalf only 6 yards away from 1,000 yards, and JSN only 11 yards away from 1,000. Did I say 6,000 yards? I meant 1,000 yards. JSN only 11 yards away from 1,000 yards. 12 touchdowns. The blocking, ooh, Charles Cross was a little bit stinky. Moton was really good. Lewis was okay. Hurst was good, and Bradford was good. Our line has held up really well for the most part. And then on defense, or not Nick McLeod, Deontay McLeod led the team with 137 tackles. Tackles for loss, 19 for Jarrett, 17 for Mafe, 13 for Gross, and sacks, 13.5 from Chenna Nwosu, 11 from Boye Mafe. What a pass rush duo that's become. I mean, let's ignore last year. Last year doesn't count. 4.5 sacks from Stephon Gross. I don't know why I've been calling him Steven. Stephon Gross. 4 for Chad Cannon as a rookie. It doesn't look like, oh, Taylor Larson didn't get any sacks, but to be fair, he didn't play. Well, he played 300 snaps. That's not nothing. Huh, he was pretty bad. I tried to get him a lot more snaps than that, but I don't know. And then interceptions, 2 for McLeod, and then 1 for 4 different players. I wish we got more interceptions, but oh well. The rest of the team was good. Okay, MVP goes to Joe Burrow. I figured Drew Lock wouldn't win it. I mean, some quarterbacks just have ridiculous seasons in this game. He was at number 3 at least, though. Should be best QB for the NFC at least, so that'll be nice. It won't matter, because that'll be after this rebuild is over, but number 2 for Offensive Player of the Year, Kenneth Walker at number 4. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Micah Parsons. Mafe at number 6. Nwosu at number 9. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Dylan Dinapoli, whatever that last name is, the really good QB for the Commanders. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Keon Watts for the Bears. No Seahawks, unfortunately. I almost said Cowboys for some reason. Maybe I didn't sleep last night. Something's wrong with me. But we are going to be playing our last game of the rebuild here, probably. We're going to be taking on the Carolina Panthers. Brian Burns somehow only had 3 sacks this year, though, so maybe the Panthers just aren't good here. Well, they had a top 10 offense and the number 11 defense, apparently. You know, as I said in the last rebuild, the Panthers used to be broken in this game, but now they're just pretty pretty good. We actually had really comparable seasons. We had the number 6 offense, they had number 7. We had the number 18 defense for points allowed per game, I mean. They had number 17. Now, our offense was a lot better than their defense, or than their offense for like the rankings, whatever that goes off of, and their defense was better, but our teams are very similar, even though we're 4 overall better, so I love that. But let's simulate this game, and let's see if we can somehow win a playoff game. We've already won one, but still. All right. Well, to check the thing that actually matters, did we build the best overall team in the league? We're an 88 still, which we didn't, or I guess we started at an 86, so we did develop throughout the year. But yeah, an 88, where does that rank? Is it number 1? The 49ers also have an 88. Same with the Falcons. The Chiefs have an 89. So we are still tied for the second best team in the league, which is not too bad, rebuilding the Seahawks with Drew Lock. So I think we did pretty well. I did what I could. This was a fun rebuild. I may or may not still be mentally fit to, you know, be alive, but we got through it and we built a really good team. So if you enjoyed today's video, again, drop a like, be sure to subscribe. Let me know any fun rebuilds you would want to see next. Expect the next one to be a really fun one. I have a good idea. But thank you all so much for watching. Again, thank you all for 25K on the road to 10 mil. Smile. And with that, I will see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.